I'm back. I'm back. Hi. I'm back. Let's share this stream out to the Twitter. I'm back. Let's mute that first. 49-cent rage. First one in. Welcome to THORSDAY. I'm just sharing out the stream to my Twitter and to the Book of Faces. We'll get started. I have not been on in a couple of days, so it's feeling good. All right, so I'm all shared out. So how you been? What's been going on? It says we got 5 watching. We got some ninja watchers, some frost giants lurking in Asgard, waiting to attack, waiting to get smacked with the big light hammer. Close to 1020. Well, that is certainly awesome to hear. Even more awesome that you're just over the 1,000. You can just kind of catch a breath for a minute. Go from there. Take it, at your pace. You got to get a little breathing room in case you get hit with that famous YouTube purge. Oh, my little Trevor is at my window staring at me like, where's my bread? Where's my bread? This is late, 7 o'clock at night for my squirrel to come. That's much later than normal. Usually it's 4:30. And he didn't come at 4:30 today. Michael McReynolds, thank you so much. What's going on? Welcome to THORSDAY. I like the hammer emoji for sure. Definitely like that. Yeah, so getting that 1020, that's the first hurdle. Depending on what your goals are, if you are just hitting that 1,000 so you can say you did it, which was kind of my goal. I kind of was thinking I want the 1,000 so I can mobile live stream, but then Streamlabs popped into my app folder, and Streamlabs, you just use that instead. So the 1,000 was really just kind of to get that personal goal, kind of prove myself to myself, if that makes sense. I am worthy. I am worthy. I got 1,000. People like me. So we're at 5 likes already. So some people must have popped in, smashed the like, and then jumped back out, which is fine. That's all right. Yeah, my phone, the tripod that I've been using for my phone, all of a sudden, like over the past couple of days, has gotten a little wacky. It's shaky. And I'm doing some research on maybe upgrading my phone to a higher megapixel camera. I hear that has something to do with quality. I don't know, maybe it's going to make me look prettier. If I'm lucky, maybe they have a filter. I could just cover my face while I stream. I don't know. Maybe I would get more viewers. Maybe. So it's THORSDAY. We got one more day of the work week, at least for me. If you're lucky enough to have a Monday through Friday job, all I got to do is make it one more day. I can't complain though. I did have a short work week. I took Wednesday off. Normally I would live stream on Mondays and Tuesday nights, and I was just not feeling it. I was kind of, when you're living with depression, you start to learn your triggers and your emotional whatever, your realm of emotions. And I could tell I was nosediving. And it happens to me at this time of the year as we transition from May into June. It's like the 3-year anniversary mark for my separation, when I moved out, and it's a tough time for me. So still an adjustment even after 3 years. I don't know that I'm ever going to get used to it. Can just keep moving forward, I guess. That's kind of cliche, but it is the way it is. And I also, and this is silly, well, not silly, it's just a matter of fact, but there's a thing called, the weather triggers emotional responses from people on different levels. A lot of times when you go into the fall and that transition from fall into winter triggers people into kind of a depressive state because it gets darker. It's not as sunny, it's not as warm. And I'm kind of the opposite. When it starts transitioning from that early spring into summer, I go the other way because I am not a fan of the heat. And I know this does sound silly when I say like mid 70s to me is too warm. Like right before the stream went live, I turned off my air conditioner that I had on full so that you wouldn't hear that. And I'm feeling the heat already. Like I have 2 t-shirts on. Normally I would only have one on, but this is my personal t-shirt that I designed. Look at that. That is in my Teespring store. I designed this shirt. This is my shirt. I'm wearing my own creation. It's alive. Do you like it? Do you like the shirt? It's kind of a play off of The Wizard of Oz. And it's a little play off of my screen emoji. I've got the rainbow over my head. And just one day I was like, you know what? We're under the rainbow. I know the song is somewhere over the rainbow, but we're really under the rainbow. And that's where reality is, and that's where I'm at. I'm kind of trying to stay grounded in reality as best as I can. So I am somewhere under the rainbow. Not sure where, but I'm under it. It's there. You can see it. You can feel it. So I created the shirt kind of on that. I don't have any channel designs. There's 3 t-shirts I designed on there. They're kind of social media related, I guess you would say, but they're not specifically the JLA member channel. I think I will do a shirt like that, because I do want to wear a JLA member branded shirt when I go streaming out in the streets, which I've been doing a lot of. I took yesterday off as a mental health day, a kind of a reboot. I needed to recoup from skipping my Monday and Tuesday night live streams. And I needed to do that because I was not going to be able to be engaged. I was not going to be able to talk and be, focused. And my work was great. I asked Tuesday, right before I left, I'm like, is there any chance you can take me off the schedule? Because I have very bad attendance because of mental health and because of my knee issues. And they did. They took me off the schedule, and I'm very thankful that they did. It gave me a chance to just kind of do some stuff. I was very productive. I did some cleaning. I did some filming. I did some editing. I got a month's worth of Friday videos ready to go. So I got a lot done. I colored. Coloring is a real stress reliever for me. Nice way to just kind of chill. I watched a couple horror movies, which is also one of my favorite pastimes. So yeah, I did a lot of fun stuff. I got some good stuff coming up this week. I have another short work week, whereas this Wednesday I have Wednesday off again. But that's because we have that media access. If you've watched my previous streams, Wednesday we have hopefully a live stream happening from the Strong National Museum of Play, which is here in Rochester, and it has the Video Game Hall of Fame. Like, that's awesome, right? Who doesn't love the idea of seeing the Video Game Hall of Fame? And it also has the Toy Hall of Fame. It has a 50-year anniversary Sesame Street tribute where they have like life-size set pieces of like some of the main street, like where Oscar the Grouch is, you know, that building, like they have that. And I haven't been there since they did kind of a little refurb on it, so I'm really excited to see that. I'm hoping that they are going to give me access to that area. The one concern of the contact that I made there was filming where there were going to be large populations of children. So hopefully we'll be able to work around that. And I'm hoping to do it as a live stream so that I can interact with people throughout the tour of the museum. Worst case scenario, at minimum, I'm going to film it and edit it together, and we will have a really cool video, maybe a couple of part series. I think he gave me an hour and a half, which is a pretty generous amount of time. So I'm pretty excited about that, if I'm being honest, which is a strange phrase. When somebody says to an answer that you've asked them, well, if I'm being honest, I blah, 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 blah. Like, well, why do you have to preface your answer with, if I'm being honest? Like, shouldn't you just be answering honestly anyways? I don't know. It's kind of a strange thing. As soon as I hear somebody say to me, if I'm being honest, and then blah, 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 I'm focused on the if I'm being honest part, and I don't hear the answer. I'm just like, why would you start off by saying if you're being honest? Because you're not saying I'm being honest when I answer you right now. You're saying if I'm being honest, this is what I would say. It's like, well, does that mean in the past you've answered me not honestly? Like, I don't know. It's a weird topic. I also had a really fantastic lunch yesterday. So in Rochester, New York, we have a thing called a garbage plate. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. You can Google a garbage plate. You can even search YouTube. There's 100 YouTube videos about garbage plates. And in Rochester, garbage plates originated in like 1918. It's like a 100-year-old restaurant called Nick Tahoe's. And since then, they licensed or branded or whatever you call it the term garbage plate. But every diner, every mom and pop Rochester shop has a version of it. There's a sloppy plate, there's a trash plate, there's a dumpster plate. It's the same thing, it's just they couldn't use the term garbage plate. So I went up the road, actually filmed it, so you'll see that in a couple of weeks. We got that coming. Also Tuesday after work, I donated blood. I have O positive blood, and that is a really popular blood. And I kept getting my app notifications saying that there's a shortage of blood, specifically O positive. And please come donate. Please come donate. We will give you a $5 Amazon gift card or a t-shirt or whatever. And I don't go for the gift cards necessarily. I do certainly enjoy them. Sometimes they'll have like a Dunkin' Donuts gift card that they'll give you, like a $5 gift card for Dunkin' Donuts, and that's worth 2 coffees. You know, that's a good deal. Pure. Happy Thursday! Friday. Right, we're in the past. We are in the past. So you have jumped backwards, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Hit the like. I see you did. I saw the number jump. Pure. Trevor was just here. The squirrel came at 7 o'clock, which is really late. Like, the squirrel never comes that late. I'm so confused. Usually I get home to my apartment after work around 4:20-ish. And I'll put out a slice of bread or whatever. And Trevor comes at 4:30. But today, no 4:30. But he came at 7. So, my blood selfie. That's on the blood donor. The American Red Cross has a donor app, so it has all your information on it. And when you go to donate blood, you have to do these pre-screening questions, like have you had sex needle? Have you traveled outside of the country, and all this other stuff. And you can do that in advance on the app. Makes it go a lot faster. And yeah, so donating blood, it's kind of an odd thing. I do it for multiple purposes. One is that it's a good thing to do for people. It makes me feel good that I'm doing something that's going to save somebody's life potentially. I have a selfish reason for it too. Part of my depression and whatnot. Slap Happy Jelly, hola! Thank you for stopping in. Part of my depression, I have a cutting, self-harm thing. I haven't done it in a really long time, so that's good. That speaks to my improving mental health, I guess. But the being stuck with the needle kind of satisfies that. It's hard to explain because to most people that hear about people in depression that cut, you know, you don't understand what that's like. And I get a small relief of that craving when I donate blood. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So Slap Happy, thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for coming in. I know I'm doing good. I am feeling much better than I have the past couple of days. I kind of hit that refresh button yesterday. Got a lot of stuff done. Got a productive day out of my... I was given the day off of work to kind of focus on my mental health. And every once in a while, it's okay to do that. I think it is definitely, if you know yourself well enough, and you are feeling the signs, you got to take steps to prevent any thing. And I couldn't go... I mean, that was early in the week. To on Monday and Tuesday, I already be feeling very depressed and very overwhelmed. Man, what was it going to be like through the rest of the week? I would be a wreck right now. But hit that refresh button. Funny thing is, like a couple of my coworkers that kind of know my backstory a little bit. First thing, you know, because we work early, you know, we get there at 6:30, we start at 7. Today they were like, oh, so you got to sleep in. That's so cool. And I'm like, you know what? I don't sleep in. I don't take naps and I don't sleep in. I keep my body regulated by maintaining the same wake up time, and I go to sleep almost at the same time every night. The weekends I do stay up a little later, but I still get up early. And I still kind of try to keep that sleep regulation going. It definitely does help. Definitely does help. So we have Memorial Day here in the States on Monday. So a lot of people are going to have a 3-day weekend coming out of this weekend. I do not. I have to work Monday. So working in retail on a holiday. Tiffany! What's up, sister? OBS Geek, hey. How are you doing? I love your new channel, by the way, OBS Geek. I am going to definitely be trying to learn some OBS stuff from you. Anyone in chat who has any OBS questions and things, OBS Geek just started. It's actually a second channel of his. And so he's just starting out with that. He's very fun to watch. I enjoy watching your music. And you do your live streams where you shout out music related channels. I think that's a wonderful thing. There's not a lot of channels that do that. So this one is for OBS Geek. OBS Geek gets this like from me. On THORSDAY, OBS Geek gets a personal like right there. Tiffany Santos, I miss you. Do you still smell good? No, I don't smell it. I don't smell it. I think this heat got to you. Yeah, I struggle with OBS partly because I think my computer is dumb. I'm not using OBS. I have it downloaded on my computer. I'm actually streaming from my phone right now, using Streamlabs. But I have OBS and Streamlabs both on my computer, and I'd like to do that. Yeah, Slap Happy. That was my pride and joy for 25, 30 years. Thank you for watching that video. Skater Girl, what's up? How are you? Yeah, I like the OBS and I like the Streamlabs. I think especially since they're free. I mean, holy mackerel. OBS Geek, I mean, you said it in your video. Like, it's free. And it is pretty user friendly. Like, I figured out how to use it for the most part. It's just on my computer. I can't do a lot of stuff. I have an all-in-one computer that has very little whatever it needs. It doesn't have it. So I've tried to do everything. Started the channel on Saturday and you 24 till you hit 100. Wow. You'll get it for sure, because you'll pull people in from your other channel, I have no doubt. You had me worried on your other channel, OBS Geek. I watched that video where you looked so tired and you looked so drained, and I was feeling for you. And I don't think I left a comment because I don't think I was going to be able to convey, like, ooh, it'll be okay. But OBS Geek has a lot going on. Like, he's still in school. I mean, this is a smart kid. He's going to do a lot of cool stuff. I look forward to watching OBS Geek grow, not just in YouTube, but I think he's got a bright future going for him. Skater Girl, it's good to see you guys. Slap Happy Jelly, I think this is your first time maybe in one of my chats. I know it is for OBS Geek because that's a brand new channel. OBS Geek, if you want to mention in your, I don't want to say it incorrectly, but if you want to type in what the name of your other channel is, go ahead so people can check out both channels. If you guys like some fun parody music videos and things, OBS Geek definitely has some of those. Geeks are awesome. Nerds are awesome. Geeks are awesome. And it's trendy right now. It's trendy. You know what else is trendy? Merch. Merch. Let me show you my shirt. I got a shirt. Look at the shirt I designed. Somewhere under the rainbow. Somewhere under the rainbow. It's in my merch store. I won't plug it too much, but I'm going to plug it a little bit because I would love to sell some of those. Oh, you're right. I think it's because I just saw you in another stream. Oh, Studio Geek, there you are. Studio Geek 32. So Studio Geek and OBS Geek. 2 channels, 1 cool kid. Check them both out. No disrespect, Slap Happy. No disrespect. I meant first time in my stream today. I think that's what I meant. So Studio Geek 32, welcome to my live stream. You get a like, and you get a like, and you get a like. Everybody gets a like. You did OBS Geek merchandise already. Awesome, awesome. So this is kind of a shirt design. I have 3 t-shirts on my merch store. They're not JLA member channel themed. Although I do have the rainbow over my head in my little thumbnail pictures and things. Somewhere under the rainbow is more of a kind of a reminder to me personally that I gotta stay grounded. I have to stay. Am I buffering? I think I buffered. That I need to stay in the now, not be thinking so much about somewhere over the rainbow, but I gotta be like in the here and now. So this is my shirt. It's a saying that I've had for a little while. I decided to put it on a shirt. I put it on a mug. I put it on a sticker. So that's what I did. There you go. There you go. Skater Girl is gonna watch you, Studio Geek. He's a good kid. I think you're what grade are you in? 11th or 12th? I don't know. Seemed like a smart kid to me. And he's got good content, so it's fun. It's fun to see channels like that. That's the one thing I'm definitely happy about with YouTube. My reintroduction to YouTube a few months ago. I mean, I got my own channel up and running again after having it for 12 years. I just say you live and wanted to drop by. Thank you, Studio Geek. Yeah, if you got to take off, by all means. Wait, you put the number 8. You're not saying that that's your age, is it? You're not 8. You're in 8th grade? Nope, I don't buy it. That's not real. I call you out on that. What? You're only in 8th grade? Is that possible? So how old are you in 8th grade? That's like 14, right? So are you like 14? I would not have ever I thought you were older. Wow, good for you then. That's even more. See, I can't even do math. I'm 48. I'm counting backwards from 12th grade. I don't even know. It's been that long since I've been in school. Wow. Well, congratulations on your graduation, on your moving up, or whatever your school calls it. I know there's a lot of that going on around my community and my city. Some of the high schools around here do for the seniors, a moving up day where they have all the seniors come out. Studio Geek, you're blowing my mind right now. You're truly blowing my mind. Good for you. Good for your parents for letting you explore this creativity that you have. Like, that's awesome. Man, I'm trying to think at 14 what I was doing. I at 14 was just starting to read comic books on a regular basis. I think that's when I just started collecting comic books. It was about 8th grade. Man. Well, times are definitely different. So good for you. I love it. I have a daughter who's 16. And you're 14. So maybe someday there will be some sort of a collaboration. I don't know. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I have to close my mini blind because I have a weird glare here. I really hate that I'm about to do this. It's very unprofessional, but I have to step over to the window. Give me just like a minute to step over there because the glare that I'm looking at is driving me insane. Is that better? Did that work? Oh. Why? Why am I getting that weird glare? My windows are closed. I hate the summer. Bye, Studio Geek. We'll catch you on your next whatever you do. Well. I don't think I can get this lighting situation any better, so I'm really sorry. So he started his channel in 2015. I started my channel in 2007. But I really didn't start doing much with it until like 4 or 5 months ago. Pitch black there. I'll take the pitch black. I like the pitch black. Why? Physics. I didn't do well with the maths and the sciences. I was more of the history and English and art. Even though I didn't do art very well, Jen's large family party is here. Thank you, Jen, for stopping in. It's Thursday, so you got to hit the like to get the hammer to do the likes. So thank you if you did that on your way in. I appreciate it. It looks all right. It looks a little better now. I still see like right there, and that's because I have cheap mini blinds, and it's frustrating. I'm gonna have to arrange a different setup soon. I'm expecting a large piece of furniture to be delivered soon, so I haven't done a lot with my apartment. I haven't changed the layout in a little while, so I'm due to change it in a little bit. I got a new Thor toy, by the way. So this was the original Thor toy that I had. It has this little movable hammer. This is from McDonald's, and then this is a hidden secret figure at McDonald's that they didn't show in their pictures. But look, watch what this guy does. Is that the coolest or what? He has the power. And when you put them next to each other, it looks like he's holding hands with himself. Now how sweet is that? You're filming another YouTuber's video. Awesome. Good job. Tiffy Richards, my sister. I haven't seen you in so long. I missed you. I'm sorry I haven't been here for the past couple of days. I needed to hit the reset button and kind of get into a better frame of mind. I think I did it. I think I got back to where I needed to be. I took the day off of work and everything yesterday. I got a lot of stuff done. I donated blood Tuesday night, and that helps me feel better. So McDonald's is the largest toy producer in the world. I would believe that. Yeah, at least the largest licensor of toys and whatnot. So Tiffy, I had like all sorts of fun stuff set up. I bought a new toy. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to make you wait for next Monday. But look I had stuff for you specifically ready to go. Look at this. I got that new toy at McDonald's, but I got something else. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. And I had this was my picture that I was going to have up. It was going to be for you, but then I bailed out. I chickened out. I could come on. So I'm sorry, but you got to see them. I have a video releasing tomorrow. I did a video with my kids at the dollar store. We have a chain of dollar stores called the Dollar Tree. So I challenged my daughter. I had a list of items on an index card, and we went into the Dollar Tree. And the challenge was that in 10 minutes, she would be able to find all the stuff on my list. And I don't want to give a spoiler. This may have been one of the items on the list. That will be on tomorrow at 8 a.m. You have to watch it. I want a lot of views. It was a fun Dollar Tree challenge video. And my kids are in it, and anytime I get to spend time with my kids is awesome. And then especially when they indulge me in my YouTuber self and participate in helping me make a video. So we did a couple of videos. So over the next couple of weeks, you'll see some stuff come out. And actually just the other day, I posted a video about my daughter being interviewed by the local news station about her school having therapy dogs. So if you watch that video, it's like a minute long. Her face is the actual thumbnail, so that's my daughter when you see it. Tiffy, I don't know if you've been in here for a couple of minutes, but I unveiled my first t-shirt. I have a merch store. I have t-shirts in my merch store. I finally got it. They come in all sorts of colors and sizes, except for babies. I do have a couple of social media themed shirts. There's one that, can I get a shout out? And There's a thumbs up. I like your butt. Yeah, actually, I can put a link. I think I have the link. I'm not, like, I'm talking about it. Oh, wait, that's not the right link. Like, I guess I'm promoting it a little bit because I'm proud of myself for doing it. What's up? Whatever your name is, from wherever you are. What did you say? So Tiffy and anyone else in chat, are you going to be watching All Elite Wrestling All In, or whatever it's called, Everything Goes, or All or Nothing pay-per-view on wow, thank you for liking the video and putting me up on your page. I want to pronounce it right, so I want to say Pope. Is that correct? Thank you for coming in, and you hit the like already because I saw my video is on your channel, so that's super cool. I really appreciate that. I just want to make sure I pronounce that right. That's the struggle of live streams when you want to shout out people. Election Madness, yeah, I kind of caught a little brief part of that on the news. I don't watch a lot of news. It's kind of a trigger, but on my drive from work, there'll be some like news in between music or whatever. Like hammer. Tiffy, did you see the new Thor toy? I also have a new Thor toy. I don't know if you saw it or not. Look at this guy. So I had the original one that has the hammer. Boop, 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 boop. But this one is one of 2 secret Happy Meal toys at McDonald's. I didn't even know it existed until I saw it, because it's not on the pictures. It's not on the tray liner. It's not on the Happy Meal box because it's a secret. There's 2 of them. I don't know what the second one is, but look at this. Boom, 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 boom. What? Oh my gosh. And the even cooler thing, all of the figures link together, and it looks like they're holding hands. Yeah, Super Showdown. I may do a live stream for that. But on Saturday, there's the All Elite Wrestling, the new, indie wrestling craziness, and Jericho's in it, and Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes are gonna wrestle, and a bunch of other wrestlers that I don't know anything about. Nomadic Bike, hey, welcome to my stream. Thank you for stopping in. It's Thursday, so hit the like. This is the like hammer. Boom. I shouldn't say boom, but you know what I mean. Hit the like. Anyway, very nice to see you. Everybody in stream, if you don't know Nomadic Bike, he does live streams as well. Very chill guy. If you want a stream where you can just kind of sip your coffee and just chat with no pressure, no shouting out of hit me up and I'll sub to you and all this other garbage. If you just want to hear just like a guy talk, normal talk to you, go to Nomadic Bike. That's why I go. I go every day. I catch the last hour and it chills me. It helps. It's like almost therapy, and he doesn't even know he's doing it. He doesn't even know he's doing it, and that's why, because it's so real, you just chill. So I go every day, almost every day. I think I've missed 1 or 2 ever since I found him. So thank you for being in here. I thank you. So yeah, I was just talking about this week's schedule is going to be crazy for me. I've got so much going on this week. I got a short work week, which I really love. There's nothing better than if you work Monday to Friday and you can work out to get a Wednesday off in there and have it be a paid day off. Oh my gosh, that's heaven. So you work Monday, Tuesday, get a day off, work Thursday, Friday, and then you get Saturday, Sunday off. I mean, that's heaven right there. I would work that schedule every week, every week. But let's see, tomorrow's Friday. I don't do anything except I have a video posting like I was telling you about with my kids. The Dollar Tree 10-minute challenge, I think is what it's called. What else do I got? Saturday and Sunday mornings, if you're up early at like 7 a.m. or even 6:30 a.m., I've got my camera out the window and I feed a squirrel for like 2 hours. And Pure, you know, you've been to it 100 times. And that's very relaxing. I play like relaxation music in the background. Point the camera out the window so you don't even have to look at me. You don't even hear me. You don't see me or hear me. I mean, what better live stream could I give you than the cutest squirrel coming to the window, eating cookies, bread, popcorn, whatever, and listening to relaxation music, and all of the chat is in chat box. It's not vocal chat. It's all in the box. So it's a chill way to start your day on the weekend. Monday, I have my Monday Night Raw wrestling stream, and Tuesday, the SmackDown stream. And then this coming Wednesday, the big one for me, the National Museum of Play. If you're just coming in, I've been talking about it a little bit over the past couple of weeks. I was given media clearance, media access to film inside the National Museum of Play here in Rochester. And it's the home of the National Video Game Hall of Fame and the National Toy Hall of Fame. And as you can tell, I like toys a little bit. I like video games. So I'm kind of geeked out over the idea that I get to go there and have media access and special permission to, hopefully I'm going to do a live stream. If I can't do a live stream, I'm going to film it for sure. I won't know until then. If it's going to be on live, it'll be 1:30 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. And then right back after that is THORSDAY again. It's going to be THORSDAY. It's going to go by so fast. It's crazy. And then in Nomadic Bikes chat yesterday, we were talking about, he was using a new mobile streaming app. I downloaded 2 mobile streaming apps based on that conversation, and so I might sneak on. I might sneak on Saturday or Sunday afternoon and do a live stream using those mobile apps to see if I like them. So you might see me on the weekend. Maybe. I'm not promising, so I haven't put it as a future live stream notification thing. It'll be one of those things where I just am like, I'm going to try the app now. It's 12:51 in the afternoon. I'm just going to go live. We'll see. I'd like to stream outside, like not just in my, my studio apartment here. I'd like to get outside and show you a little bit more of my street corner, and all is depending on the weather. Like it starts getting into those mid 70s, and I know people cringe when I say it because they would love that temperature. It starts getting too warm for me. I don't know. I'm a big baby. I don't like the heat. I never have. It's because I'm so fair skinned that I burn. I get sunburned so quickly. And outside are all these like flowers and trees and things, and they attract these bees. And then these bees will attack you if you go by them. And they will attack me. Like bees come to my window and they stare in at me in the summer, and they're like, I want to get into your apartment. And I'm like, no, bee, you stay outside. They're the worst. They're like, I don't know, torturous little demon insects. I know they do stuff for the environment and they give us honey. Well, you know what? I don't like honey. I don't. And I don't like the smell of flowers. I said it. I feel so much better. But I do like the smell of freshly mowed lawns. Hey Prev, thanks for stopping in. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Thank you, friend. It's Thursday. Welcome to Thursday. I can't remember, did I not do Thursday last week? Seems like I started on a bad trend of canceling a few live streams, and I was talking about it earlier. I suffer from depression and anxiety, borderline personality disorder, self-harm, so like suicidal ideations. This is all the stuff that goes on in my heads and stuff. And I always struggle at this time of the year, coming up on my 3-year anniversary of my official separation from my wife, which kind of also meant being with my kids on a daily basis. And even at 3 years, it's hard. It's hard to accept that this is where I'm at. Prev, dude, you stay as long as you can, and even just coming in and saying hello is always appreciated. That's the one cool thing about live streams is the people that you come across, and it's all good, especially if you did this. Because that is apparently likes help your stuff. So I did get a dislike today, but I'm not going to focus on that. I don't know why. I don't know who I made mad. I think it's because I don't know, maybe said somebody's name wrong. That's the struggle. I'm so bad at pronouncing people's names. Not really sure. Maybe I had a ninja troll. It is Thursday, so trolls come out of the woodwork and try to attack me in Asgard, right? Because they want this. They want what I have. They can't have it because I got it. I'm the only one worthy. Maybe. So we're coming up on the weekend. I'm so excited. So excited. Feel good. I got out of my funk that I was in. It kind of started over the weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday were just brutal days. And Monday, I got out of work. I was so emotionally wrecked that I stopped and treated myself to Wendy's. And sometimes just treating yourself to like something you don't get very often can kind of help get you out of a little funk. And there was nobody there except for this little girl and her grandfather. And I thought, so how often can you go to a Wendy's at 4 o'clock in the city that I live and have the whole restaurant to yourself? And little girl and her grandfather are having this conversation. I sat away from them, but the little girl was pretty loud. I mean, she was like 7, and you couldn't help but listen in. I wasn't purposefully eavesdropping, but she was talking so loud. And then it dawned on me that she was talking to her grandfather about having to choose which one of her parents she was going to live with, her mother or her father, or she was trying to do the math with her grandfather about how she could stay with her dad. And she just kept talking about how her dad was going to take her to the beach. Her dad was going to buy her a bike. And I was already so emotionally wrecked because of this time of the year is when I moved out of my house with my wife and kids, and I left. And I mean, I talk to my kids every day, but like I still, in the back of my head, I have that guilt from leaving. And man, just hearing that little girl, I actually started crying at Wendy's. And I just had to leave. Thankfully, I was like almost done with my food, and I just got up, and you know, my heart was with that poor girl. She was trying to make the best of the situation. Hey Susie, thanks for coming to Thursday. Welcome to Asgard, or Valhalla, or whatever I called it. In my Valhalla is what was in the title. So, tough times. Mental health is a tricky thing. I'm learning how to handle it though. definitely learning how to handle it. Every day is a new experience for that. So what else is going on? We're up to 20 likes. Thank you. Susie, you must have been number 20. That's outstanding. Outstanding. And like I was saying earlier, this is probably a 3-day weekend coming up for a lot of people. I know for sure probably the schools in this area and the banks will all be closed because of Memorial Day. That's this weekend, right? Isn't the 20... Let me check the 27th. Yeah. This is my official JLA member calendar of events. That's how I keep track of what I've done and what I'm doing. I have to write everything down. I have index cards with all my notes, because if I tried to remember off the top of my head, like stuff to talk about, ooh, we'd be in trouble. This stream would have already been done. Would have been over so quickly. Would have been really over. But I hope everybody's doing good. I mean, the weather is starting to hit that summer. I think Memorial Day, they call that the unofficial start of summer. I think there's the summer solstice, right? That's the official start of summer. That comes after Memorial Day. But I know in retail, like I work at Walmart, we consider Memorial Day that's the push. So I know, and I live in the city, so when you have a holiday like Memorial Day in the city, everybody kind of goes crazy. And Walmart and some other places will start selling fireworks. So you put the combination of like cheap beer, close streets in the city like I live in, and fireworks together. It always makes for a very loud, interesting weekend. And it's unfortunate that some people will make bad decisions. We, in our city just last night, we had 2 more shootings and a stabbing not too far from where I work. And lately the shootings have been kids being hit by stray bullets. Like they're not the intended targets, but like a 13-year-old girl got shot. You know, and they never can find these people that are doing it, because unfortunately they're like drive-by shootings or whatever else, and it takes them forever to find out who did the shootings. It is crazy. It is crazy. But in answer to your question, how's it going? It's going very well. Today is THORSDAY. I had a great day at work. A huge, significant difference in my workday today compared to my workday Monday and Tuesday. And I really think it had a lot to do with being able to take Wednesday off and kind of reset, refocus, recalibrate, reboot, whatever else I did. So it's going really good. I think I'm mentally set up to have a great weekend. And for me, you know, I take it one day at a time a lot of times. Like I showed that calendar, and I have my calendar of events. But 8 months ago, maybe, or around 8 months ago, I would never have been able to put together a calendar of future events, because I was very certain that at any given day that would be the last one. And I lived that way for a couple of years, where every day in my head was potentially the last day. And I don't feel that way anymore, so I've come a long way, and YouTube has helped with that. My kids have definitely helped with that. I have some awesome friends. I have 2 or 3 very close, awesome friends. And that's what I've needed, so that's cool. And I got my squirrel Trevor that comes to the window. That's a big thing. I'm stuck at this apartment. Like, my apartment is so small. I'm going to show you guys my apartment if you haven't been here before. So this is a studio apartment. That's it. That red curtain right there, that's a doorway to the like kitchen bathroom. Like you can cook and go pee at the same time. It's really small. And I put that curtain there so that when I turn the air conditioner on, it cools this area that I'm mainly in faster, and that's why that curtain's there. It's not normally there during the winter, but that's it. That chair there that's the chair I sleep in. I sleep in a recliner, and that's it. I did order a futon though. Nomadic Bike, I thank you for saying that. And you know, I don't know, you're a very modest guy, but when I was saying earlier, like I go to your stream, and this is not intended to put pressure on you either, but you know, just going into a stream and just having a regular conversation with a regular guy, it makes a world of difference, because I was so, like, my depression created in a mental environment where I just was very closed in, and I would sit in the dark, not watch TV, definitely not watch the news. YouTube, it wasn't a thing for me. But man, since I've gotten on YouTube and I've gone into people's live streams, like, it's such a cool thing. It's really helped. Talking, it's cliche, because I've been to so many depression counseling therapy sessions. I've been in group therapy sessions. I've been placed under mental health arrest and put in the hospital. I think for one stretch was 12 days long, and then I had to go to follow-up therapy after that. You know, they say talking about it helps. And when you're in that spot, you're like, I don't want to talk to anybody. That's the problem. I don't want to talk. But it does help. It helps. So I will acknowledge that those therapists and counselors knew something they were talking about. And when you talk about your mental health, it kind of removes the stigma. It has created a less pressure on myself to try to hide it. So I'm not always focused on making sure that I'm not showing that I'm depressed. People know about it, so therefore when I am that way, they're more supportive. It's a big circle of life. Not quite a circle of life, but I think you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I've seen your place, Nomadic Bike. I definitely have. And that's a fantastic lifestyle though too. I mean, you're doing your thing. That's the best any of us can do, is you got to find that thing and do it. And when you find it and it's in you and it's what's making you live, yeah, definitely good. Yeah, I'm glad you came in, because it's hard to give you that compliment in your live stream, because there's a lot of other things going on. Like, I have 8 people. You have 3 times that in your chat sometimes, and I don't know. I actually was, when I was in your stream earlier today, I'm like, I should reach out to him on one of the other social medias and leave a message or something. And then here you are. So you saved me a trip to the email box, or whatever, the Twitter tweet or whatever. I don't know. I didn't want to like have it out there for everybody to hear, even though I just said it out to everybody. Yeah, shyness, that can, you know, the fear that's associated with shyness, like people kind of like consider shyness as just like a thing, like, oh, she's just shy. But there's in your head, you're like, I'm shy, and you know the reasons why you're shy. It's because you're self-conscious about your voice. You're self-conscious about the color of your hair, the color of your eyes. You're self-conscious about the shirt you're wearing or whatever. But when you start chipping away at those in your head and your thought process, and then YouTube is a great place, and this is another cliche therapy thing, but like you can find so many other people that have similar experiences and similar stories, and like I'm drawn to those chats that make me feel like I'm in a safe place. I go to some of the chats and live streams that are overwhelming because I have a goal to go to them to maybe get support for my channel. I want to get some subscribers, so I go to those very high concentrated active chats, but I can't really stay in them for very long because I get overwhelmed. But then on the flip side, you find other chats and other people's vlogs or videos that have such similar stories, and then you get that sense of I'm not alone. And I know that that's cliche because they, you know, in therapy they tell you, well, you're not alone. You're not alone. And so you're not. We're not alone. And for a very long, it takes so long to get to that realization. Like it's not something that they say to you and then it clicks. Maybe it does. If you're one of those lucky people, then that's awesome. It took me a couple of years before I, let that click in. Now, the one thing I wish I would do better at, I still do this every once in a while. I'll get into a depressive episode and the mind starts reversing everything that I've learned about how to keep myself from being depressed. And I throw stuff away. Like I throw stuff away. I throw clothes away. I throw personal belongings away. I give away or donate like furniture and things because I'm subconsciously cleaning out. I don't want somebody to have to come in and pick up all my stuff if I'm no longer here. So I go through this little phase of cleaning house, so to speak. But then, like I sleep in a recliner, like I just showed that recliner. I've lived in this apartment for 3 years. I've had 3 beds. And I threw away 3 beds, donated, put to the curb 3 times, 3 beds. And that's expensive and it's difficult to move furniture like that. I'm actually about to go on to my 4th bed thing. I'm getting a futon this time so I can use it more as a couch and then a bed type situation. Hopefully I will not fall into that depressive thing where I throw stuff out. But I've thrown away a lot of personal stuff. I used to do a cable access show in the 1990s. And I had stacks of videos. And there's some videos on my channel from those days. I was looking for them just this past weekend. It was another part of what triggered my slight depressive episode. I realized I threw them all out. I was cleaning out and I threw those away. And I don't even remember when. I just know that I did because I don't have them. And I did have them. You're feeling pretty depressed and you haven't done your live streams all week. Yeah, I canceled my Monday and Tuesday night live streams because I just wasn't going to be able to keep a conversation going or even look at myself in the camera like that. You know, you see yourself when you're doing the live streams. And I wasn't going to be able to do that. I don't know if my camera was just shaking. Somebody must have just left me a voicemail. So I think I'm going to be researching a better camera setup with a higher megapixel. I think my front-facing camera on this Samsung S8 is only a 5 megapixel. I'm not a techie guy, so I'm not really sure. But there's one that I can buy for $100 that has a 13 megapixel. So that's almost 3 times the amount of megapixels. So I'm hoping, because like when I watch my YouTube channel's videos, when I live stream, I'm always like, the focus goes in and out. And I know like when you do stuff like that, it creates the camera to try to pull in and out. I'm just not, you're just in too much pain to sit in a chair and live stream at the moment, but hey, yeah, I know, Pure. That's another part if I don't show them every day, yeah. Yeah. And then I feel guilty when I don't do them because I've put a commitment out. When I decided to go kind of, I don't want to say hardcore, but when I decided to be a YouTuber, like I've had the channel for 12 years, but I've only recently become a YouTuber. Like I made a commitment to myself to like do it as a hobby for as long as I'm enjoying it. And when I start feeling overwhelmed with that I'm putting too much pressure to put out video content or to maintain live streams, or I was too focused on subscriber counts or watch hours, that it started to take away from what it's giving me right now, which is I'm enjoying YouTube a lot. And if I start losing that feeling, then I'm going to dial it back. I'm going to cut the amount of live streams I do maybe down or whatever. It's such a great release of my creativity that I have just that's in me. Like creative juices get flowing and you write down, like I have note cards of ideas like crazy all over the place, like of just ideas of stuff I want to do, and you know, not overwhelming amount, but just it's a creativity outlet, and that definitely helps. Yeah, that's how I get nomadic bike. Yeah, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to like be around. And the hard part when you're depressed and you have to go work, like the hardest part for me, and this was happening in my marriage too, like when you're around people that don't understand depression because they only know like the general social concept of what depression is. So they'll say like, oh, it'll get better tomorrow, or it's a Monday, you're just having a Monday, or just smile. If you smile, it'll go away, or look at the bright side. And the worst question for 3 years, the most dreaded thing anyone could ask me was, hey, how you doing today? That's a normal social greeting, right? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? It just, because one, I know it's a social greeting, so there's not always a genuine, how are you doing today? Are you feeling okay? Like, are you okay? Like, that's not what's being asked. It's just in passing. It's like saying, hi. But instead people say, how are you doing? They don't care what the answer is, because they've just been polite to you and made a greeting. And everybody does it. We all do it. We all do it. I'm not talking badly about people that do it. But like for me, it was a trigger. I'm not saying it is for anybody with depression, but for me personally, because it was my cue to, I have to smile. I have to say a fake, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you? And one, I wasn't doing good. And two, I didn't care how they were because I didn't care how I was. So like that to me was a trigger. I don't know. Susie, have a good night. I'm sorry if I talked you out of the chat. If you've got other stuff going on, that's awesome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, hashtag just lie. That was a big part of you know, daily life is just that. And people, when people from work or wherever heard that I was in the hospital for depression or for a suicide attempt, they were just like, what? That guy is so funny. He's always joking around in the break room. They're like, no, that can't be. And it's because you just develop this second persona, it's like you become like the best actor in the world. You go to work, or you go to wherever you are, you go to church, you go to work, you go out to eat, and you become like, okay, I'm Jim the husband, Jim the father at this moment. I'm Jim the hard worker at this moment. But inside you're just like, ugh. You're just cringing, like, and it makes the day very long. It makes it so long. I have never thought about that, but I can see how that would be a trigger. And yeah, I'm not saying it is for everybody. I'm talking about my own personal experience. So I'm not saying, like, if you're the type that says that and you're genuine, like, how are you doing? Like that keep doing it. Don't change a habit or whatever. I'm just talking about, for me personally, because it was just that mental cue. Like, I have to not look depressed, or I have to not answer how I want to. I can't say, when somebody says, hey, how you doing? And you want to say, I'm dying right now inside. I'm dying. It's everything I can take not to cry. If I had $1, if I got paid overtime for the amount of crying I've done this past year at my job, holy crap, I could retire. I'm really lucky. Walmart is what it is. And, there's 400 something people that work at my store. And you kind of get into these little groups of people that you work with based on the shift that you work with. And I live in a city that is really, really rough. But I gotta tell you, my coworkers, they're awesome. They are so awesome. I'm really lucky. I'm so lucky that I have the people that I work with, because they've seen me cry. They've seen me have to leave for the day from work midway through the day. And I've never caught wind of anybody that was talking about me, or, I don't know. Like, it's just hard to explain. I'm just very lucky to work in the store that I do. Yeah. Yep. So it's funny that you should say normal day, Pure, because that's another thing, like people will say, and a lot of it has to do with just people not really understanding depression, like how it affects you when you're depressed or you have suicidal ideations, or, and suicidal ideations are different than thinking about committing suicide. Suicidal ideations are the thoughts of, my family would be better off if I wasn't here, or things would be better if I wasn't here. Like, you're not actually thought process of, this is how I'm going to commit suicide. You're thinking, like, just things would be better if I wasn't here. So when I say suicidal ideations, I don't want to red flag anyone. But, people that are trying to help or trying to understand will say, well, you know what, you got to get through this and things will get back to normal. Things will be normal again. And, like, that's different for everybody. Jen has a different normal. Pure, you have a different normal. Nomadic Bike, you have a different normal. My normal is different. And my normal may not seem like it's normal to somebody who's not going through what I'm going through. So I hope I'm not losing you on this train of thought. But Nomadic Bike's normal may include some moments of hurt through his day. Mental hurt, physical hurt from body pain, whatever. And that might be his normal. And then when he's not feeling that normal, which to somebody else might not sound very fun, but it's his normal that he's used to. When you get below that normal, then that's when it's bad. So when someone says, oh, things will get back to normal, their intent behind that is that you're going to be like 100% happy and pain-free. But for a lot of us, there is not a 100% happy and pain-free normal anymore. And so, like, right now, I'm right at this moment feeling very good. And very good to me is awesome. It might even be above my normal. So I'm happy that I'm having a moment where I can say I feel better than my normal. Often that I got shut down and then it came back all on its own. YouTube, I think it's because I said the word suicide, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm red flagging someone. So I don't know if you're all still here. I showed that my stream died and it looks like it came back. I don't know. So okay, Pure commented, so I must not have been gone for too long. Did you guys lose the stream? Because it shut right down on me. The Streamlabs, I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's Streamlabs, but everything shut off. And as I was gonna reach for the button to restart it, it started on its own. So it's because it's getting deep on THORSDAY. This isn't normally, well, there, see, it's not normally my topic, but I just feel like I needed for myself to talk this all out loud to be able to get through those past couple of days. Just for a slight moment. Okay. Thought they were shutting me down. For a brief flicker. Okay. I can handle the occasional brief flicker. It's when you get that stream that just, it's the fingers. Thanos comes and he goes into the YouTube headquarters and Thanos goes, we have to have balance. And half the YouTubers go offline. I think that's what happens. I should have went for the head! So does anyone have anything more uplifting to talk about? Like, was there anybody see a cute puppy today or anything? I saw a couple of puppies. That's the one thing I do like about living in the city that I live in. Particularly my neighborhood. I'm very close to walking distances to a lot of restaurants and stores. And the street that I live on is populated by a lot of younger, there's a good mix. There's older residents, and there are a lot of younger residents like that are doing college or they're doing their internships for one of the local hospitals. We have a lot of really good hospitals and a lot of schools for medicine and things. I'm very close to walking distance to some museums. So on the afternoons, we have to switch sides of the street that we're parked on. I always do it. Another result of my depression is this obsessive compulsive disorder. So if it's 6 o'clock is the time that I have to move my car and you have till 7, there's a whole hour window, I still go at 5:30, or I won't be able to think about anything else. So I go down at 5:30 and I sit in my car for a half an hour so that I can move it at the appropriate time, which is right at 6, which would be 1 hour before the deadline, so that I don't get a parking ticket. But anyways, but it gives me the opportunity to see a lot of people that are walking their dogs and their pets, and I do like seeing that. You started another channel, you might do your edited videos on. Yeah, actually, Nomadic Bike, while I was in your chat, I'm your 3rd subscriber. I subscribed. I couldn't leave a comment, but I'm your 3rd subscriber. And so best of luck. I hit the bell even with nothing going on yet, because as soon as you do start showing those, I'm gonna definitely be watching them for sure, or as they say, faux show. Do they say that? I don't even know. I'm kind of out of touch with that stuff. I have to rely on my kids. My son's gonna turn 20 in June 9th. I got so lucky as a parent. My son was born on June 9th, and the following week is always Father's Day. So, like, I feel bad for my wife because, she had to carry him for 10 months or whatever. And then he was born, and immediately the next week I got to have my first Father's Day. And it was a whole year before she got to have her first Mother's Day. But so I got to have the first parent holiday. So I always liked that. I always thought that was cool. I think he specifically waited in there. Just hold That's my mental age. Like 20-ish is like, that's still the age that I mentally feel when I'm feeling good. Like I'm doing this YouTube. I'm playing video games. I'm reading comic books still. I'm buying stupid toys at McDonald's still. Serene, hi. Hit that like, please. Oh, looks like you already did. Thanks for stopping in. Life with Melissa. Thank you for stopping in. I'm sorry I missed when you came in. Thank you so much. Welcome to THORSDAY. It's actually been going by very fast tonight because I've just been like a chatterbug. But I guess that's the point, right? It wouldn't do me any good if I was doing a live stream and then didn't talk. So I guess I'm fulfilling the streamer duties, the channel host duties, by being talkative. So yeah, thanks for coming in. Life with Melissa and Cyrene. You're becoming quite a regular at my channel, so I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. So I think I'm gonna try out some of those streaming apps this weekend. Maybe I'll use one of them on a Saturday for just a quick couple of minutes, and then maybe on Sunday and just kind of play it by ear. I have zero plans this weekend, which is so nice. Like no obligations, no plans. Hey, there he is. There he is. So that's your new channel. Thank you. Hit that like again if you didn't already. That's a good way to pump the number up. I should just have more people invited to my chat that have multiple channels. I think that's the thing. Jen saying that she suffers from extreme anxiety. I'm feeling good if I'm only slightly uneasy for the day. Yeah, and that's what I was meaning about your normal. Like feeling slightly uneasy might be your normal. And you kind of, there's a difference between just getting used to it, and then there's a difference between kind of accepting it and identifying that that's it. And then when you're feeling like you're going below that, is being proactive to keep yourself from going below it, which is what I just did this week. I've been at a good relative my normal for a little while, that I can tell when I'm starting to feel like I'm going below my normal. And although other people may not recognize it because you start putting on that mask, you start playing the character that you're supposed to play for everyone. If you get to the point where you can start identifying when you're going below your normal, man, that's such a wonderful thing, because then you can be that proactive thing. And I literally, to help me, one of my stress relievers is coloring. I got out my Sharpie and I started coloring again, because I know that that's something that's a stress reliever for me. Yeah. Just watching the comments there. Not really, I don't mind networking. Just not sure how much I like the way that... yeah, we're at 24 likes though. I keep getting these red warnings on my... I know the weather here in our city, we're having showers on and off all day, so I wonder if that's playing with my my signal tonight. I hope it doesn't get too crazy. We haven't had a power outage in a really long time, so I'm thankful about that. Hey, there's my Nightbot. I haven't seen Nightbot in a little while. I forgot that I turned it on. So is everybody ready for the weekend? I just have to make it through tomorrow. Just one more 9-hour day. Yeah, Bill, it was windy today, and so I live in a city, and most of the neighborhoods around my area Thursday is garbage pickup day. So people put their trash out Wednesday night so that Thursday the big trucks come around and they lift all the containers and some of it falls out and nobody picks it up. And then the wind, on a windy day, like we did have wind today, it was windy, it just blows that trash all over. That is like, your kids would love that picture too. Which one? This Thor's picture? This is a handsome Thor. This is the best looking Thor you are ever going to find. I'll give you a close-up. I should have thought to take my glasses off before I took that picture, right? That's my Thursday picture. I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to like be a little creative, be a little different. I don't want to be like just a streamer that comes on and uses their channel just to get subs for subs and all that. I do like the concept of networking, and I go to a lot of those streams. Thursday is an idea that came up through one of my other chats. That it was just intended to be like kind of a free-for-all, kind of like a random topic night, because Mondays and Tuesdays are wrestling themed, even though we hardly talk about wrestling. Like wrestling, what it is you can hear the wrestling. I play the wrestling on my computer, so you can hear it in the chat. And the first idea was that we were going to talk about wrestling, and then after the first stream I realized, so we just streamed an entire 3-hour wrestling event and hardly talked about wrestling. So it's kind of a running joke. Like I have these wrestling themed live streams, but we don't really talk about the wrestling. And I don't even know half the wrestlers that are in it. So yeah. But I do like the idea of Thursday. I give credit to people like Nomadic Bike. I mean, you do your thing every day, and you're very consistent, and I applaud you for that. So, like, I am subscribed to people that do live streams, and they just pop up out of nowhere. Like, they're just all of a sudden they're on at 8 in the morning, and then they're back on at 1 in the afternoon, and then back on again at 7, and then the next day they're on at 10 in the morning. Like there's no continuity, and that's awesome for them. I mean, if that's what they're doing, they just get bored, so they pick up the phone and then start streaming, and then they chat with their friends or whatever. I have to be more consistent for my own planning sake. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, I don't want the "I got you" in my chat. I was kind of iffy on even just the "hope you join me" earlier, and then now the "I got you." So I just, like, I'm not saying you can't network. I just don't want my stream to become one of those outlets for the "I got you" and things. So I hope you appreciate what I'm saying. Like, I'm just network and all that. Leave the comment, watch a video and all that. Everything's good, and then tell somebody in chat that you looked at their channel and it's great. But I definitely do not want the "I got you." I'm going to leave it in the chat. I'm not going to take it down. But if you get what I'm saying. So if I lose a like, I guess, if I don't stay consistent with that, then things get out of hand, and that's just not where I want to go with my channel. It's just a personal preference. And I go, and it's contradictory or maybe whatever, but I do go to those streams, and those are those streams that are intended for that, and definitely that's acceptable because that's the purpose of the stream. Mine is just conversation focused, and if you guys happen to network at the same time, that's a bonus for you guys. I certainly don't expect that I have enough great things to say to occupy everybody's attention at all times. Like, I totally get that. Because if that were the case, I'd have my own TV show. I'd be making money. They'd be flying me out to Los Angeles, and they would give me a show. Or, worst case scenario, they would see me and then hire somebody else to play me on my show. Who could play me? Who would be a good fit? John Goodman? I think he's probably a couple of years too old. Christopher Walken? That would be cool. Leonardo DiCaprio? Christopher Hemsworth? That's obviously who's... Okay, so the story is done. We know who would play me now in a movie or on a TV show. It'd be Christopher Hemsworth, because it's THORSDAY. Obviously. Yeah, life happens. Life definitely happens. I do have some tabs open for people that have been in the stream that I'm not subscribed to, and I'll take a look at those later. It's hard to maneuver that while I'm trying to entertain. But yeah, I got a busy week this week. I'm so glad I have Wednesday off. It'll be the second week in a row that I'll have the middle of the week off. What a great day to have off. If you had to pick a day during the week, if you're lucky enough to work a Monday through Friday job, like I am very lucky. Sometimes I think I take that for granted a little bit, because I don't have to work on the weekends and I don't have to work at night, which is not very common anymore, especially in retail. Life with Melissa, thank you for stopping in. I do appreciate that you were here tonight. I really do. I hope you had a decent time. A good time would be awesome. If you had a decent time, that's good too. If that makes any sense. But man, if I could just have Wednesdays off. Mondays aren't too bad, because when you become adult and you're working for a while, Mondays become kind of a regular, there's always, if your first day of the week isn't Monday and it's Tuesday becomes, it's Tuesday. So there's always a Monday, even if it isn't on Monday, if that makes sense. But when you can break up your work week in the middle, man, that's just a bonus. I'm looking so forward to that. I am very excited about having only a 4-day work week. And it's a paid day off. That's even better. So I get paid for a 5-day work week and only work 4. And I'm going to the National Museum of Play to look at the Video Game Hall of Fame. My son's coming with me. He's going to be my wingman. So hopefully we're live streaming that. So my son's going to be able to translate chat with me. We did a stream a couple of weeks ago at McDonald's. I did that mukbang get to know me video. It's on my channel if you haven't seen it. And he was off camera reading chat, helping me catch questions and reading chat. So he'll be doing that. That's coming up on next Wednesday, so not even a week away from that. That's pretty epic. Hopefully that opens up other avenues, because we have a planetarium here in the city, we have a science museum, we have a memorial art gallery, and we have a lot of music schools. We have Kodak Theater, Eastman Kodak, the film this is Rochester, that's where that's from. George Eastman, this is it. His house is a museum. I can, hopefully at someday, if I can make contact with somebody there, I can do a live stream or a video inside George Eastman, founder of Kodak, right there. And there's all sorts of cool stuff in my city. Yeah, the planetarium is super fun. Like that, I doubt I could do a live stream because I wouldn't be able to talk. And they have these reclining chairs. and it's just like, you know, they do their presentation of whatever the stars or the phases of the moon. I think they did not too, well, it might have been a few years ago, but they did a Mars thing, and like there's actual rocks from the moon in the air in the I guess it's a museum. I don't know, the showroom of the planetarium. So like there's a lot of cool stuff like to do. I'm really going to try to get some of that on my channel. I'm definitely trying to balance like putting out video and live stream. The live stream is cool because of that one-on-one interaction or 1-on-9 interaction, or however many are in the room. And that's instant feedback, that's instant tangible conversation. And then the videos are cool because you can take your time with them and you can retake. If you are doing a video and you say something that you don't think came out right, you can redo it and just edit it. And that's the beauty of video. So video, there is like this creative vision that you have for the end result of the video, and you can work on it until you get to it. When you live stream, I can have like all the notes I want to talk about, but man, live stream it's a one-take deal. You get to only do it once, unless I say, all right, I'm stopping this live stream. I'll be back in 20 minutes after I have a smoke. We are Flim Jam. Welcome to THORSDAY. If you didn't hit the like, you will be number 25, which is the iconic number for my live streams. If you did hit the like, you are not the iconic number. But in any case, thank you so much for stopping in on THORSDAY. Hope you're having a good week. Or for Pure, see, this is a weird thing. Like I say THORSDAY and it's Thursday, it's a play on words, blah blah. But Pure, he's in the future. He can already predict, or not predict, but he could tell us what's happening in the future. Because Pure is in the future. First time here. That is a relatively popular theme tonight. So thank you for stopping in. And I am looking at your channel, and it looks like I'm subscribed to you. Looks like you got all sorts of cool stuff going on. Looks like you got a lot of food stuff. I'm looking at some coconut fudge popsicles, some slow cooker chocolate cake. Now I want dessert. I want dessert. Freya's Day, yeah. Freya's? Yes, there we go. That could be your theme, and we'll pass the hammer over to you. We can definitely share the theme, the Valhalla, or as I like to call it, Asgard. I know I'm not saying that right, it's Asgard. But there is something fun about saying it that way. Did everyone see Endgame? Like, at this point, if you haven't seen it yet, like, you can't complain about spoilers. You can't. Because it's been in the theaters for a month. But at the end, when Thor is on the ship with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he says, yes, the Asgardians of the Galaxies. I laughed out loud in the theater. I literally laughed when he said, it's the Asgardians of the Galaxy. And if they don't call the next movie that, they're missing out. Thor better be in this next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And they better call it Asgardians of the Galaxy. I think it would be hilarious. Yeah, that Rat for Dinner video. That I hope that's clickbait. Maybe you don't really eat a rat. Yes, yes, host. Oh, no worries, Flim Jam. You come and go whenever. There are no expectations. I definitely I don't do that. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for stopping in. You have the opportunity to be the iconic number 25 like right now. Kimberly, can you do it? Can you be the iconic 25? I think you can. You should. You should want to be. 25 likes for me is like my peak. That's typically where I'm at. When I see that I hit 25 likes, I'm like, oh my God, I hit 25 likes. Like, that's cool to me. That could be you, Kimberly. And Film Jam, yeah, don't worry. Not a big deal. You did it. I don't know. There it is. You were 25. Kimberly is the MVP. No offense to everyone else. Kimberly is MVP of THORSDAY. Woo, woo. Everybody give Kimberly a high five. It says 24. I see 25 on my screen. I'm counting it. I'm counting it, Kimberly. I'm giving you credit. I'm giving you all of the credit. Kimberly, I'm subscribed to you, and you have a lot of subscribers, and there's no videos. You have a very cute profile picture, though. If it's appropriate to say that or not, I'm not really sure. But thank you for coming in. Yeah, you guys are all MVP now. Well, yeah, some of these guys have been in here since the beginning. I've actually been going for a little while. I was thinking like maybe around 9 o'clock I would go to. But we'll give Kimberly MVP status. It doesn't mean a whole lot. There's no crown. There's no music. There's just like a brief moment of spotlight in a group of 10 people. So there you go. I know I've seen you say that in some of the other chats we've been in together. Kimberly, it's because you go into live streams and that's what people do. Sometimes the mentality is if I click your button, you're supposed to just know that it was me that did it and subscribe back to me. I'm not sure. I know that I did. I think I might have done it, and this is going to sound creepy, but it might have been just on your picture alone, or you might have said maybe at one point you were thinking of doing something in the future. So sometimes people will go into chats and they say, I'm trying to get subscribers. I'm going to do videos in a couple of weeks. So sometimes people subscribe to channels just to see what they're going to do coming up. So yeah, no problem being shy, that's for sure. Yeah, there's plenty of time during my day where I avoid people, trust me, and it's hard because I work in retail. So that doesn't go well together. It's like, customer service and then working with all these other people. It's hard to, but I hide. I hide. Yeah. Yeah, see, I think that was the conversation that I subscribed to you, was because you were saying that you were trying to figure out. So when you figure it out, you're going to have an audience. So that's cool. And you'll figure it out. You just got to figure out what it is that you are, I don't know if passionate is the right word, if that's too strong a word. Something that you like, that you can think of a way to translate that to a video or a vlog. Vlogging is very popular. Or you might find out that you're going to end up live streaming. Like that was, I kind of just started doing live streams. It definitely was not something I thought I would be doing when I started becoming active on my channel again. I thought I was just going to upload videos and do gameplay. I was gonna live stream gameplay. That was my plan. But now I'm doing THORSDAY, and I do wrestling streams. I still do videos. I do a squirrel window cam on the weekends where I put my camera out the window and people come and watch me feed a squirrel. Like, so it just, you never know where you're gonna go. Where you might think where you start is, it can evolve and change, and you could get really so good at it that you start a second channel like Nomadic Bike did. He's got 2 channels. I'm struggling with 1 channel, and that guy has 2. Good for him. Maybe someday I will have a second channel. It's like when HBO had HBO, and then they came out with HBO 2, and you were like, holy, mind blown, there's 2 HBO channels now. What the? That's what Nomadic Bike did. He did 2. He's got HBO, Nomadic Bike, and then HBO 2 kicked up a notch. Maybe there's going to be a nip slip. I don't know. HBO 2, and I don't remember what it's called, but you get the idea. Cyrene, I kind of mentioned it earlier, and I was specifically talking to you. I don't want the I got you in my chat, okay? Network, it's all good. If you want to leave in at the chat, I took a look at your page, or I took a look at your channel, and I liked some of your videos. Awesome job. I don't want I got you. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Exactly. Pure ostentation. You have interesting videos. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Thank you. Yeah, Nomadic. Oh, there it is, HBO 2. There's his other, there's HBO 2 right there. We had HBO 1 up there, and now we have HBO 2. Do you remember that? Like when I was a kid, I don't know, this was so long ago. HBO, when I was a kid, like that was the best thing. My parents, of a lot of things that they didn't provide for me as a kid, like new clothes and haircuts, we did have cable, and we had game systems early on. And I remember when HBO first came out, and it was like, the coolest thing. Hey Tiffy, thanks for coming back. It's still THORSDAY. But then they introduced like a second HBO channel, because like the first channel, there wasn't enough movies at once. And then they did it too. And then there was Cinemax. And then as a kid, when you had cable, and not everybody in my neighborhood had cable, and you had Cinemax. They had Cinemax After Dark. Do you remember that? So it was like, not porn, but when you're like a preteen and you got to see a movie that was definitely meant for adults because it was after dark, all my friends wanted to spend the weekends at my house. They were like, can I spend the night at your house? I'm like, we're not going to watch booby movies. I don't want to watch booby movies. Let's watch Star Wars or something. The struggles, pre-teenage boys. God. Now I'm well past all that. I have my own cable and the internet. Didn't have the internet back then. That's a whole nother inappropriate story for another time. Maybe next THORSDAY. Tiffy Richard, did you go have dinner? Is that why you left? What did you have today? Your mom always makes you the best dinners. What did you have? You need to tell me. And then I'll tell you what I had. I had a cheese sandwich like a grilled cheese, but I scrambled eggs and I put it into the grilled cheese sandwich when I grilled it on my stove. That was pretty good. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Kimberly, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If I offended anyone with my talk of booby movies, I went back there in my head to when I was that age, and I remember like the first movie, since you brought it up, Kimberly, there was a movie with Scott Baio called Zapped. It was in the 80s. And he got zapped with like the ability to have powers because of he was in high school. Scott Baio from Happy Days. Remember what was his name? Chachi. Chachi from Happy Days. Scott Baio. He had a movie come out because he was so popular as Chachi. It was high school. But he had this power, so he could like, what is that, telekinesis, where he could move things. And he would make the high school girls' bras pop off, and they were definitely not high school girls. These girls were not like high school. They were not high school age girls. But I remember watching that movie when I was a kid. I still like that movie. Yeah. Chachi. Remember Chachi had a spin-off TV show from Happy Days too? Happy Days had a ton of spin-offs. One of them was Joni Loves Chachi. I think it maybe only lasted one season, but I don't know why I'm talking about Scott Baio now. Chachi. The font. Oh, because I've jumped the shark. Do you know the term jump the shark? Yeah, pop some bras. Boop. The sweater buttons would come undone. I would not do that. I would use my powers for the good of humankind. I would use that power of telekinesis. I would look out my window, and when I saw somebody walking the dog and the dog pooped in a yard and the person didn't pick up the dog poop like they're supposed to, like it's a law, I would telekinetically pick up that poop and smash it in their face. And I'd be like, that's what you get for not picking up after your dog. I was about to say something before I got sidetracked. Shoot, hate that. Oh, jump the shark. So I'm gonna actually wait for somebody in chat to tell me if they know where the phrase "jumped the shark" came from, and if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you all. Yes, and you don't have to call me host. I'm sorry. I should do this. I should tell my name more often. It's Jim, or you can just call me the JLA member. But Jim is fine. I'm sorry, Kimberly. I actually have that as a mental note to tell my name more often. It could be, and some of the people that he did that to, it was probably saving a lot of buttons from bursting on their own. You know, like the stretching of the material was probably not good for the material. If you haven't seen the movie, it's a fun movie. It's an 80s movie, so if you like watching those old 80s movies, thanks, Kimberly. It's nice to meet you too. I really want to tell you guys what Jump the Shark is, though, because a lot of people don't know where that phrase came from, and it's one of those random things that I know. So I want to tell you, if you don't know what Jump the Shark is there a shark emoji? I gotta find out if there's a shark emoji. Hold on while I look at chat. It's Shark Week, right? So I should tell you, because it's Shark Week. Didn't that just start? Like, everybody gets crazy about Shark Week. If you have the Discovery Channel and stuff, they have all those shark videos. People love sharks. I love sharks. I love the movie Jaws. I love Jaws 2. It's kind of like Nomadic Bike's channels. Like, Nomadic Bike is Jaws, and then his second channel is Jaws 2. Mind blown again. Get out. Nomadic Bike, you were onto something. You got the sequel to it's like Star Wars, A New Hope, and then The Empire Strikes Back. Tiffy Richards, you look that up. You are a spoiler. And I don't think it was episode 3. It was like, I don't know. But yes, it's a Happy Days reference. So Tiffy is right, because she's got Happy Days. I don't think it was episode 3, though. That's much too soon. It was like way into the show. But it was the episode where Fonzie has to jump in the water. He's water skiing, and Tiffy, you're a spoiler. Don't spoil it. I want to tell it. So Fonzie's wearing his leather jacket and swim trunks, and he's got to make this jump. I don't even remember why, but he's got to make the Tiffy. He's got to jump a shark. And so the phrase jump the shark is attributed to that episode because they say that's when Happy Days started their decline. Their creative, everything, it all went downhill after that. It's like the Brady Bunch had cousin Oliver come stay. That's when the Happy Days, where the Brady Bunch, they jumped the shark. Like it's when a show or something, it's gone past its prime. Yeah, Pinky Tuscadero. Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of, because now we're all of a sudden talking about Happy Days. So there were like spin-offs. I already mentioned Joni Loves Chachi, right? Was a spin-off of Happy Days. Mork and Mindy, the Robin Williams TV show, was a spin-off from Happy Days. And there was one more, and it was just on the tip of my tongue. Shoot. There's another feed the kids. Okay, good night, Flim Flam. Don't feed the kids any rats. But there were other spin-offs too from Happy Days. Mork and Mindy, Joni Loves Chachi. I know there was another one. Tiffy, now would be the time to go search that out when I'm obviously struggling. So Fonzie was wearing his leather vest and swim trunks. It's kind of as ridiculous as Batman wearing swim trunks and having a surfboard. One of my favorite episodes of the Batman classic 1966. Pure, yes, it's definitely late. It's definitely late. Thank you for coming back to the past to join us, Pure. I won't be on for much longer. Actually, I had set my time limit. It was going to be 9 o'clock. Yep. You can't spoil when I'm about to tell, but if I'm struggling with not knowing what something is, then you jump in. Gosh. Come on. You got to bail me out. Not spoil my story. Moderator duty is to make me look good. Because I need all the help I can get. definitely need all the help I can get. So we're actually going to shut down in 4 minutes because I wanted to go till 9 o'clock tonight so I can get some stuff ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Friday. Yes. Yeah, I actually have all that stuff. The bat, shark repellent, like, yeah. I have to do, I have a big 1966 Batman collection of action figures and vehicles and Legos, and there's a so I don't know if it's going to show, but one of these is actually it's the bat repellent. Hold on. We have to investigate. Yeah, I can't read that. I can't read that. But one of those is the shark repellent. I love that show. I met Adam West. I actually got to spend 2 days with Adam West. I haven't told that story in a long time, but yeah, it was his 70th birthday. He did a toy show in Syracuse, New York. I'm going to tell the story, and then we're going to end the stream. So I wouldn't leave yet. But he did, on his 70th birthday, a toy show in Syracuse, New York. I knew the promoter of the show. He said, "Do you want to volunteer to work at the show, and you can get in for free and go around and buy toys and stuff?" And I said, yeah, what do you want me to do? And he's like, "Well, I need somebody to stand at Adam West's table and coordinate the media and the people that want to get his autograph." I said, "What? Yeah, I'll do that." So I spent 10 hours with Adam West. It started in a private room, and then I walked into his table where he did his autograph sessions. I had to take this man to the bathroom. Islands of Fun, thank you for coming in. Yeah, I got to take him to the bathroom, and then I got to take him to his hotel, and then I picked him up the next morning and take him to the airport so he could fly back to his house. Like, that's one of my favorite memories. I got to meet Adam West and spend time with him in my car. The guy was in my car, like the passenger seat of my car, like just driving around to his hotel. I would have stayed there all night. If that hotel room had 2 beds, I would have been like, "Mr. West, I have to pick you up in the morning anyways. Can I just like crash right here?" That didn't happen. But one of my best memories ever. I've got huge Batman signed original 1966 theater marquee movie poster, autographed by him and Burt Ward. I also met Burt Ward. We'll have to leave that for another night. Whoop, get myself back in frame. Hi, Islands of Fun. Hi, Kimberly. Is that Adam West from Mythbusters? It's this Adam West from Family Guy. He was the mayor on Family Guy, Mayor Adam West, but he was Batman on the 1966 TV series. He was Batman, the Batman. The one and only true Batman. I was going to try to grab the DVD. So at any rate, I'm going to end the stream. I'm so excited that you guys all came in. So many new people came to my stream tonight. It's definitely the uplifting moment I needed to my week. I really appreciate everybody that came in. Nomadic Bike, it's been a super treat, not to single you out from everyone else, because I do appreciate everyone else coming in. But Nomadic Bike, it was like getting a double dose of you today, which is awesome. Because I go to your streams, very cool, relaxing, chill streams. and I can't wait till tomorrow. I will see you. Kimberly, thank you. Islands of Fun, thank you. Tiffy, you still didn't tell me what you had to eat for dinner, so whatever. I'll have to find out next time. But that's going to do it for me. We got over 25 likes. Kimberly, the VIP, VI, she's the player of the, she's the number 25. She iconic. Kimberly is iconic tonight. And for those of you, all right, for Tiffy, even though you didn't tell me what you're eating, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun, dun dun dun. All right, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you guys so much. Check my about section if you want to see when I'm gonna be on again. Hit the notification bell so you can see if I do any surprise live streams over the weekend. Because I want to try out 2 new mobile live stream apps. So hit the notification bell so you'll find out if I actually do that. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Love